I understand this is the season to be horny, so where are all you women? I thought this is the season when women are given.
All right, ladies and gents, welcome back to
The
Diktators.
I love to find women that are given. You know, I went on the internet the other day. I was looking for women that were given. I couldn't find. What do you mean? All I found was people doing each other. It's like, I'm looking for a woman that wants to give. It's Christmas time.
You're looking to get laid is what you're saying?
Yes, in a nice way.
You got to go on a dating app.
I thought I was on a dating app.
What were you on?
Free sex for women.
That's called life.
No, all I got was all this porn crap.
Women get free sex. That's what I'm saying. That's called life. That's
I
called
was
reality.
looking for the free sex.
You say you want free sex for men.
You know,
unless there's something you have to tell me.
Listen, if I typed in free sex for men, I'd probably end up on Grinders or something. Guarantee you, right? It was like, because I put a free sex for women, and they all had dudes or a couple chicks doing them. You know.
You got to go on a dating app.
You know what? We probably could scrap this whole idea and start our own dating app, Clitters. What do? You charge people for money to get on the app, or you charge the girls to get on the app?
Well, there's a certain structure to it. There's levels.
A certain level. So who does quality control for see if the girls are worth putting on Clitter?
No, anybody that wants to go on can go on. Or are you talking about the app that you want to make?
I'm talking about making the money part. I mean, the girls can go on and the guys can go on, right?
Yeah.
Do you pay on your dating apps?
No, but you can.
And what's that mean?
When you pay, you have more access to more features, and they put you higher in the searches, so they put you in front of more girls or whoever you're seeking. So you have more exposure.
How do you know who you're
so higher chances of meeting somebody?
All right. How do you know who you're seeking?
What do you mean? You put in there what you're looking for.
So a girl puts in there, I like anal, I like vaginas, I like...
No.
You don't put that in there?
No, they put in stuff like you're where somebody's from, their age range, height.
Kinky?
You know, they're fat, they're not fat.
Homosexual sex?
You'll put in like if what you're looking for, like you're looking for man, you're looking for women, you're looking for both, you're bi, you put that stuff in. It doesn't get super descriptive, like freaking, you know, I want to wear assless chaps and get bit in the balls by an iguana while you shove a drumstick up my ass.
What happens if you're really one person and you put that neutral crap in there like, I'm them and I'm they?
How do you just skip over what I just said?
So what does that mean? What part did you say? I missed the whole thing. Say it again.
It said you don't put in there that, yeah, you want to freaking get bit in the balls by an iguana while you get fucked in the ass with a drumstick.
Oh, there you go with the drumsticks. Cha-ching. I probably hit a note on that. Anyway, let's go back to the real world here.
That is real world dating apps.
Would it cost us money to start our own dating app?
Yes.
How much?
Probably a good amount if you want it to be successful.
Well, no, I'm saying...
Successful apps have a lot of money invested.
Can't we launch it on the internet as a dating app?
Yes.
And charge people?
Yes.
Who's charging us then if the internet's free?
You have to, first of all, neither of us know how to be like a software engineer or developer and actually write the code to actually structure the actual website and app.
You're right. You know, what I am is a sexual...
You're more of a marketing guy.
I'm a sexual anthropologist.
What the fuck is that?
I'm a sexual engineer.
That's not what you just said. And also, what's that too?
What it means is like, hey, I am a sexual genius for sex.
Is that what a sexual anthropologist or whatever it is you said is?
I have no idea what I said. It just seemed like a really good word because it was big.
I don't think it was a fucking word.
I think an anthropologist, is someone that digs up dead bodies,
like
bones.
An anthropologist.
Yeah, something like that. But
yeah,
I thought I was close, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, you know what? You can't hate me for the idea of having sex. I mean, come on. Sex is the
Can't hate you for being ambitious with your vocabulary.
Yeah, I think it was like in the 1850s, they tried to shut down what did they brothels? I think they called them in the 1850s.
Whorehouses. Yeah.
No, they didn't call them whorehouse.
That's what it is what I'm saying. Some people watching might not know what a brothel is.
That's fuck. You're in college. You don't know what a brothels is.
Listen,
watch Animal House.
A lot of dumb people out there, Joe.
Let them watch Animal House, then they'll find out.
Did they have a whorehouse in the movie? I haven't seen that.
Oh yeah, they didn't get laid. They all go to this whorehouse. Somebody big on the river, and they all got tossed out. A couple got some didn't. They went back again. They got some, and they all got chased with guns and shit for not paying for the whores. and the hookers were big like you.
So what were we saying they did back in the 1800s with brothels?
Well, they were saying the economy would never even survive without having the brothels back then, as far as the money, American money running through.
Like, elaborate on that. Like, what do you mean?
In other words, there was so much money going to the brothels. Like, hey, think you're a cowboy. You're out in the fucking fields for 30 days or 6 months or 8 months. What's the first thing you're going to spend your $100 on? Pussy.
Yeah.
You know what? The amazing part about that part on a woman, thank God we have them.
I don't have them. I'm speaking for myself.
I don't have any either, so just call 1-800-RYAN so I can get some. Anyway, point being is like we have spent decades, years getting out of the vagina. We spend years trying
Hold on. How long do pregnancies last?
9 months.
How does that equate to years?
Right. So let me rephrase it. We spent 9 months getting out of that thing.
We spent our entire lives trying to get back in.
Right. Everybody knows that. But what I want to know is, why do you want to get in something so stinky?
What kind of girls are you hooking up with?
I mean, most of them are fucking putting cologne on. Smelly pussy. It's like
who are you hooking up with? Smelly Melly?
Listen, as soon as they get out of the shower, it's already getting dirty.
What kind of rotten meat bitches are you fucking dating?
I'll tell you what, this vagina story is not going the way I had it. Talk to Mr. Sacco up here, my friend. He'll tell you. Tell him, Sacco.
This is not how the discussion went in your head, is it?
No. It has been totally turned against me.
It's been sabotaged on you.
Yes, this has totally been sabotaged. I don't know, because I'm...
It is what it is. It is what it is.
Things happen.
So, let's go here, Holmes.
Yes, let's go here.
All right.
What do you mean by that?
Let me tell you a story. The Raiders are going to the Super Bowl.
Are you a Raiders fan?
Yeah.
Not Giants or Jets?
No, Raiders.
Were you a Raiders fan before you moved to California?
Oh, yeah, I was a Raider fan back in the 60s.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
What drew you to them? That always fascinates me, by the way.
Silver and black.
So it was the colors.
Bad men wear black.
So it was the colors.
No, they had Daryl LaMonica back then, like in 1963. I think I was 5 years old. The Mad Bomber, they called him. George Blanda. I mean, it was, my brother, one picked Dallas, one's the Giants, one's Green Bay, and I was like, I'm going for the bad boys.
Do you ever notice people do that more with football than any other sport? They pick a team to be their favorite team that's known.
Did you ever notice women pick guys that go to prison and like, I love him. He's my man.
How the fuck does that correlate to what I just said?
They're wearing black and white stripes. Just like the Raiders.
That's a whole nother issue.
All right, let's take it back. Where are we going with this?
I don't know. I don't know where we go half of the time with fucking shit with you.
So where are we talking about?
You know what?
You know what? Maybe it's too bright in here. I got to take off my shades.
I'm like
GPS.
GPS.
The future's too bright.
I'm like GPS. You're...
Waitress.
You're like a lost fucking cat. It's raggedy. It's been through the dumpster. Has freaking knotted up fur.
Listen, I got to go to the restaurant.
You know who you are? You're from Friends. You're Smelly Cat.
Listen, I got to go
Smelly Cat. Hey, Smelly Cat. Why are you so smelly?
Okay, friends. Listen, I got to go to the restroom. So what I want to know is, did you get that bidet hooked up with hot water?
Boiling hot. Burn your ass.
Oh, man, I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be a steam bath.
Man, how many of you women had that bidet thing going on, witches?
Actually, have you ever tried a bidet?
Well, you know what? I'll be honest with you. The first time I seen one, I think, was 1983. And we walked into the room, and we're working in these penthouses 30 stories up. We're doing all the finish work and everything else. And we walk into the room, and there's a toilet and a bidet. Mm-hmm. No idea what it was. And we're all standing there like, because none of us knew what the hell it was, you know, because we're not that.
I know, that's freaking hoity-toity fucking bougie shit.
And we're talking 45 years, 40 years ago, whatever. Yeah. So we're all like, check this out. The guy pushes the button, the fucking water hits the sill, and we're like, we all started laughing and ran out like, what the fuck is that? And it doesn't come with a seat either.
What?
Yeah, but they don't have a seat. At least back in 42, 45 years ago. No, there was just porcelain. Same thing you get in prison. Just, well, prison, they're usually
stainless steel.
Stainless steel, yeah, with no seat. You're just sitting on a...
If it was porcelain, people would be busting it and using it for shivs.
You're probably...
Porcelain gets sharp.
Yeah, you're probably right. You should see the mirrors they have.
Also, in fights and shit, like, you know, people would slam their heads and bust the toilet apart.
You know what the mirror is in prison?
What's the mirror?
Concrete bricks.
That's not a mirror.
No shit, because the same reason you're talking about is probably what would happen.
Don't they just have, like, shiny stainless steel piece? You should get a little bit of reflection to, like, shave.
They you know what? They may have what you
something like that.
Yeah, a piece of shiny stainless.
Like something that's like, you know, really.
It's not really shiny. You're standing there, and then you got 4 guys standing behind you, like, hurry up.
Well, you're standing there, and you're worried about getting killed.
And then they give you a fucking razor with 1 blade, and you got shaved like you, and you're like, with no stuff.
I'm surprised they give razors out.
Well, they're very strict. They stand there and watch you.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
So you have to shave like only in front of the prison guards.
Yeah, he's standing at the door there where you guys are all. So, I gave you 5 razors.
So they're disposable, so one use, and then you have to give it back, and he throws it away.
Right. He counts how many he gives out and how many he gets back. Yeah, they're very strict. You should try the bologna there. It's really good.
You blame them?
Blame them for what?
Being strict?
Shit, no. The people there belong to be there.
You know what I just thought of the other day?
You know how many people I met there in prison?
I don't know how many were in the prison.
There was not one guilty guy in prison.
Oh, of course not.
And you know what they said?
What did they say?
If it wasn't for my girlfriend, I would have never got caught. That little whore ratted me out.
You know what they are?
And you know what they come back with? They say,
Liar!
They come back with this stuff better. It's like, listen, when I get out, I'm going to give you my number now, and you call me on my number and this number, and we'll get together. And I'm like...
They just become better criminals.
Let me get this straight. You just got caught, and this is your 7th time for doing this. The only reason we got caught...
Yeah. But you didn't do anything wrong.
The only reason we got caught, they got the license plate off the limousine while we were doing theft.
Yeah. But they say in general, like with criminals...
Yeah, they
every time they get caught,
they
didn't get caught like 50 or 100 times.
No, the next time they said, you know, I'm going to be a lot smarter. I'm going to put down my girlfriend's name and address for the limo.
You know what? They're just stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah.
Essay, what's going on?
They're stupid.
So tell me another story.
So I was thinking about...
Oh, you know, he's thinking.
Popped in my head.
He's got pop-pops in his head.
People freaking think the government is going to take care of them, this, that, and the other.
Are they on drugs?
And protect them. So they don't want nobody, they won't.
Wow.
They don't want any citizens to have guns to protect themselves because they think the government is going to protect them.
These people are on drugs.
Yes. But the government is incapable of protecting people inside a jail that they have complete control over all the people, and they're still incapable of protecting you. And you think they're going to protect you out in society?
Well, I think right now, if you call a 911 in Louisiana for rape, murder, they don't get there for burglary. They don't get there for 2 hours. And I think it's the same way in Chicago right now too.
I remember back in the summer of 2020 when all the riots across the country. I remember I think it might have been Seattle and Portland, or it was a couple of cities. They point blank told citizens, don't call 911. We're not even going to respond or answer, period. It doesn't even matter if there's a homicide going on. You
know, I remember the story here. This guy named Joe.
You know what they said?
Had a PA system on 12 Hornsby Street.
This is what...
do you know how fast the goddamn cops showed up when I'm playing music?
How fast?
15, 20 minutes. Response. Boom. Like it's an emergency. You think you give the guy a couple hours. Call in and see about a burglary. calling for a murder or some assault,
robbery.
And you know what? Okay, you're 782 on the list. We'll get there.
We'll be there tomorrow.
I remember when I was in California in the 80s. You know, the house got robbed. All right, we'll be right there.
Your house?
Yeah. We lived in a nice house in Point Loma. So we're sitting up in the house, and we're like, my room didn't get broke into, but a couple other things they stole. Yeah. And so call the cops. It's like, we'll be there as soon as we can. We're all sitting there. It's like from 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's midnight. We call again. Yeah, we're going to get there as soon as we can. They didn't show up to the next fucking day.
It's like waiting for the cable company. Yeah, we'll be there tomorrow between 8 and 2.
Oh, it'd be like Chris Rock. It's like, oh, I seen the bathroom light go on. I run up there, knock on the door, and then run back to my truck. I was here. That's what they do. That's the fucking cop surveillance these days. But you can't blame them, honestly speaking.
The cops?
Yeah, because, hey, they're letting everybody out that they arrest, so what the hell? Why show up? What am I going to show up? I'm going to arrest you for assault. The guys will say, well, we're going to bleed it down to a misdemeanor of, not a misdemeanor, but below a misdemeanor, and we'll let you out. Yeah, I'll see you next week. Bye. That's what they do. Okay, go rob a store right over here in Woodbridge. You probably get arrested for robbing a stick of bubble gum. And they'll be there like, pronto. Call in, you got raped or just murdered, and they're like, yeah, you're number 42. We'll get to you when we get a chance.
I just completely blanked the fuck out. I have no recollection of what you were just saying.
Wait, anybody in Woodbridge, if you want the police to show up at your house for any incident, just call and say, there's loud music playing in the background. I can't handle it. And they'll show up in about 10 minutes. Believe me, I know. Firsthand.
Why don't you refresh my memory on the what you did with the neighbors, a couple of neighbors you had problems with the lawnmower.
Oh, that was this is before the gay guys got in on the action.
You.
Yeah, behind.
You know what? It's kind of funny. The gay guys were behind you.
2 of them. You know what's really.
I'm gay.
That's what they said. That's what they said in your back door.
The fun, you know what? The first time I shook his hand, he was like all sweaty. I was like, oh my God, I shouldn't have did that.
That wasn't sweat.
I know, that was gayness.
That was cum.
That was gayness on my hand. I was like, holy
was it sticky?
Fuck.
Was it sticky?
Yeah, it was sticky too. He probably just fucking really got done doing his wife, which is a dude. Let me talk to my wife.
That was my point.
It was like, you look over the fence, his wife's got a beard. Now, some of us know women, when they get old, they get a little mustache or something like that. Yeah. This guy had a full beard and mustache.
Like more than I do.
Yeah. I'm like...
I mean, I never met them. I'm just guessing.
I mean, let me go talk to my wife. It's like, the skinny guy in the back is your wife?
I thought most of them called both of each other a husband.
Well, do you know the fat guy was the husband, I guess, because he's the big guy.
Aren't those the bears?
I guess...
Is that what we call a bear?
I don't want to go there. We're probably going to get what you call it for this.
All right, but go back. So
go back to where?
The story
go back. Back it up. Oh, the lawnmower. Oh, that neighbor was a cop.
All right, so why'd you get pissed at this neighbor?
Well, they called the cops. I mean, then he sends his wife over like, who called the cops on you? It's
after like, the cops were already there.
You did. Well, what's going on? No, when the cops are there, they're coming over to find out what's going on.
They're being nosy. They're basically coming over to make sure the cops are fucking giving you the business. You know what I mean? Make sure they're fucking, telling you what's what.
Yeah. And me and my neighbor were drinking, and we're having a good time.
The neighbor you like.
Yeah. Well, there's quite a few of them that we all get along with.
One of the ones that you get along with pretty well. Yeah. One of the ones you're like friends with.
Yeah. Yeah. And he comes over, starts talking to the cops, like, I'll handle this. He goes, all right. I should have let him say his piece is what I should have did.
Your neighbor, you mean?
Yeah.
The one you like, you mean?
Yeah, I messed up and cut him off. We were both cutting the lawn at the time.
I'm guessing that neighbor's probably better at smoothing things over than you are.
Oh, yeah, way better. So we're both, I'm playing the music. We had a couple beers together, and we both decided we got to start doing our lawn work and cutting the lawn, doing the yard work.
Was this after the cops showed up?
No, this is before the cops showed up.
All right.
So we're out there cutting the lawn, and the cops pull up, and the music's playing. You can't hear the music with the
lawnmower going
to begin with.
Only thing you're going to hear at that point is a fucking actual bomb.
And the cops goes, I was sitting up the street, I heard the music. It's like, what, between the lawnmower, we're getting more gas in it? It's like, how can the fuck? I was like, I can't hear the goddamn music. He goes, well, why you got so loud? Because I'm trying to listen to music while I'm mowing the lawn. I mean, how stupid are you?
What time of the day is this?
Oh, we're talking it's 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday.
Okay, so middle of the day.
It could be even a Saturday. Saturday, because Bob only cuts, sorry about that. He only cuts lawns, Saturdays, Sundays, because that's when he's home.
Yeah, well, that's when he has time off.
Right.
Yeah, got it.
So we're both cutting the lawns, and the cops come up and like, you got to turn the music down. This and I was like, I can't even hear the music. He goes, how the hell can you hear it? Well, we've had several this is their line. We've had several complaints. I was like, yeah. His wife called, his daughter called, and he called, and they're all on different phones, with the cell phone shit. So it's like, yeah, we had several calls. Yeah, they're all from the same house, jackass. So it's like, I'll turn it down. I says, do you know that if I was out here with a skill saw, I'm breaking the law? If I'm out here with an impact drill, I'm breaking the law.
Or a chainsaw cutting a tree.
I says, if I'm here with a goddamn
lawnmower.
You know what
chainsaws are?
Hey, if I'm here with a lawnmower, I'm breaking the law. Well, that's different. I was like, I thought the noise ordinance is from 10 o'clock to 10 o'clock.
Regardless of what the noise actually is.
Right, if you're not exceeding certain decibels. I was like, but every power tool exceeds the decibels of...
Not every, but a lot.
Well,
there are some that are quieter.
Illegal decibels is supposed to be 5.
Like drills aren't super loud.
50.
50?
Yeah, it's 50.
That's fairly somewhat quietish.
Yeah,
50 decibels.
50 decibels is a car driving by your house. That's 50 decibels.
You talking is probably louder than 50.
50 decibels is a car driving by your house. That's 50 decibels.
An average commuter car, not like a truck or a souped up car or something.
We're talking a regular car driving by is 50 decibels. They made it really ridiculous.
Light on the throttle, not flooring it.
So I got back to the story. It's like, so it says, so I can run my lawnmower, but I got to turn down.
50 decibels is a fucking Tesla driving by.
So he says, hey, I says, so I'm cutting the grass. Is that legal? He goes, yeah, you're cutting grass. It's like, it exceeds the 50 decibels.
Yeah.
You go, well, you're trying to run it on a thin line here. Like the thin line is the law is the law. If you're telling me this crap.
White. It's black and white is black and white.
I says, so it's legal for me to run my lawnmower. He says, yes. I was like, thank you. All right. So when he leaves, I get 2 gallons of gas and I run the lawnmower at the edge of my property for another 6 hours. I keep filling it up and let it run.
Would you put a zip tie around the handle?
Yeah, you put a zip tie in the handle. I hear it go. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. I was like, all right, I got to put more gas in there. And they didn't call the cops. It's like, you got to be kidding me. I can't play music, but the lawnmower, I'm going to run on the edge of the property for 6 hours. It's okay. Sometimes the law is really asinine. What are you going to do?
So you set your fucking lawnmower up in the corner of your property, mowing one spot of grass for fucking 6 hours straight.
Well, I was waiting for the cop to come back, and I was going to say, well, I just went in to take a leak. What do you want from me?
What would you say if he said, "Why is there zip ties around the handle?"
Because I got arthritis in my hands.
He should have set up a fucking leaf blower right next to the
Oh yeah, it's blowing the grass while I'm cutting. Yeah, well, we went on to Bob's property, so I couldn't do that.
That is like the fucking petty. That's like King Petty.
Petty? That's not petty.
It's fucking petty as fuck. I kind of support it though, but it is fucking petty. So yeah, I understand. The one thing that pisses me off, not the one thing, but one of the things that pisses me off with cops is, I understand that if they get a call, they have to show up legally. I understand they have to show up.
They show up when they want to show up.
No, I'm not even talking about how quickly. I'm just talking about, I understand if they get a call or a complaint, they have to show up.
Eventually.
Yeah. My gripe is, why, when they show up, do they automatically have to take sides with the person who called? Why can't they show up and assess the situation and then determine who's really being the dick?
Yeah, they always pull that.
Why do they automatically take the caller's side in this situation? Why don't they say, hey, in that situation, why don't they go to the talk? I understand they may have to talk to you, get your side of what's going on.
That's very true.
But why, after they heard what's going on and saw what's going on, why didn't they go to the caller like, yo, why are you fucking bothering us? This guy ain't doing nothing wrong. You're being an asshole. Stop calling us over this petty bullshit.
You would
leave the guy alone. We'll tell him, make sure he doesn't come and bother you, do anything further. Why do they always take the caller's side?
You know what? That happened to me in Vista.
What happened?
Oh, now you want to hear a story?
Yes, I want to hear a story.
So I have a sound room where I play music very loud.
Right. But you said you built this thing out, so it's almost soundproof. Yeah,
there's 12-inch walls. You can, when we were playing music in there, you can hear the cars driving by in front of the house where they're louder. And we're talking, this is a building in the back of my property at the time.
Like a garage that was
more not a garage. It's more like something else, like a
shed, like a
shed that's like 40 feet long, 12 feet wide.
Okay.
10
like
foot.
a storage building, sort of.
Giant storage building.
Okay. All right.
Like a little shop. You could have made a little shop.
Okay. All right. Go on.
And it's only allowed to have electricity in it. That's it.
Okay.
Anyway, so my neighbor right next door would call the cops on me all the time. So in Vista was the sheriffs, and they'd come out like 15, 20 fucking times. I mean, it was just a joke.
I mean, like throughout the course of a year?
Yeah, probably less than a year.
A few months? Something like that?
Somewhere,
2, 3 months, 4 months? Something like, whatever.
It was probably within a year. No, within a year, it was probably like 30, 40 times they come out. Because you always get different cops. And different cops always tell you something different about the ordinances and shit, you know. We got to come out. They're calling loudness. Anyway, so they go on and on and on. Finally, I guess someone's like, I got many of them threatening me. He's like, we're going to seize your musical equipment and all the equipment in there, and you're not going to get it back until you have to go see a judge. I says, you're not seizing any of my equipment at all without me standing up for myself here. It's like, so that's when I put locks and gates on the two gates, you know, chains and locks, so no one could come in because legally they're not allowed to jump over the fence or cut the lock on the fence.
They're also not allowed to come to see shit without a warrant.
So then they always pull this crap. It's like, why don't you let us in so I can talk to you? And I'm standing on the other side of the gate. He's like, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out.
I'll come outside and talk to you outside.
I'll come out the front door, lock that, and when
we'll
you lock...
We'll talk outside the front.
And since they're not really aggressive at that time, you lock the door, then there's one always checks to see if the door is open so they can just walk in.
Yeah.
So what's the problem? Well, we're getting a complaint. It's like, from who? It's like the neighbor here, the other two neighbors. I talk to all my neighbors. This is the same problem I had in Ford's. There's always one jackass in the crew.
Right.
You know, and of course he blamed it on his wife. And I think the gay guy did the same thing. I think my wife doesn't like the music you're playing. I played jazz. I played folk. I played country. I played Johnny Cash.
Who the fuck plays folk?
I didn't even play Megadeth. Five-finger fist punch.
Death punch. Fist punch.
I forget the name.
Does sex ever leave your fucking mind? Now you're thinking about getting fisted.
All right, five-finger death punch. Right, yeah. I forgot. You know, it's fucking EMS I have, you know. Anyway.
I thought that was one of your favorite bands, too.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't understand it. I do. I'm 65.
So did anything ever, like, really fully, or did you do anything to retaliate, or did anything come of this?
What came of it is, finally we got, like, 6 sheriffs came down one day.
At once?
Yeah.
Together?
Yeah. 3, 4 cars.
Jesus Christ.
I was a villain.
You would think that you're fucking chopping bodies up in the backyard.
Well, obviously, my name
carries weight.
No, the address of that thing, how many times they've been here
it pops up in their system.
Noise complaints like, brrr,
yeah,
you know? And I told them that, you know, I was like, hey, you can't even hear the bass. And then the complaint was, well, they can feel the bass coming through the walls. I'm like, are you serious? It's like, we're standing there just like you and I right now, talking normal. It's like, and the only thing that drowns you out is a car driving by.
Right.
And that's it. And I was like, you got to be kidding me. So what the cop told me is like, he goes, I'll give you a word of advice. And believe it or not, I had 2 state troopers that had bands playing there.
Oh, they're in bands.
Yeah, they're played there.
Oh, so you would have like your buddies would use that for like a practice as well.
Right, but I also have a rental studio for $8 an hour.
Oh, okay.
So I had 2 state troopers or highway patrol guys that were playing there at the time.
In their own bands.
Different bands coming there, you know, once or twice a month or whatever to rehearse before they had their gigs.
Right, right.
I don't know how many state troopers were in the band, but I mean.
But you knew at least 2 of them were troopers.
Yeah.
Or out there they call them highway patrol.
And this is ridiculous because we always 10 o'clock was a deadline. Boom, done. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so finally got 6 sheriffs out there that were really cool. Amazing enough. They're like, yeah, I'm in a band, blah, 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 you know. Yeah. It's like, can you play somewhere else? It's like, I built a room to play here. It's like, there is no reason for anybody to complain. We don't play past 10. We're not playing, you know, early in the morning, whatever, because we all work.
Right.
You know, and then the cop goes, it's like, all right. He goes, we got 2 decisions to make. It's like, 1, you can file a lawsuit on him. It's like, I don't want to file a lawsuit on anybody.
I just want to be left alone and leave
I just
other
want to be
people
left
alone.
alone. The other one, he says, well, you know what? I'll go talk to them. I'm going to tell them next time they call, they better have filed a lawsuit against you for the music.
Right.
Because we're not coming out here anymore. I was like, well, tell them file a lawsuit. It's like, hey,
You know what they should do? They should freaking tell them you call again over the same issue.
Right.
If you call again over the same issue, we're going to freaking write you up.
That's what he said.
For freaking making false police reports and wasting our fucking time. That is a crime.
That's what the sheriff did.
That is an actual crime.
That's what the sheriff told him.
Yeah. Stopped? Did it stop?
Never happened again for years.
That's what they should have done
So,
day one.
Wait. So you know what the next thing happened?
Oh, with this same neighbor?
The same neighbor.
What happened?
This neighbor told me I couldn't cut the tree down, but this is way after that. We'll go back to that another day. Is that all of a sudden, knocks on the door, your property is on my property. We're like, what are you talking? Because going past my house, there's like a 3-foot jog in the property that goes, it went back like 160 feet or so, or 200 feet back. It was a long piece of property.
Yeah.
So in the front, there's a brick, a retaining wall.
Right.
For his crap. And it runs back.
Like separates the properties,
Right.
you mean?
Right.
Okay.
So it runs back a good, I guess, 60 feet, 70 feet
So like
back.
the back of the houses, sort of?
Towards the back of my house, and then it jogs to the left 3 feet and then runs
Way back further.
further back.
So it
He's like-
zigzags a little bit.
Right.
All right.
And they did the same thing on the other side of the property.
But that's the way you bought it.
Right. And he's saying, I just had it
Surveyed?
surveyed, and your property's on my property.
The wall he's saying is on his property.
Yeah, he goes, your wall's 3 feet
It's on the wrong...
on my
too far.
property.
Yeah.
I said to him, like, you know what? You want that 3 feet? You remove the retaining wall.
you move it.
Because his property is like 5 feet, 4 feet up to the retaining wall. I was like, go ahead, move the retaining wall. You're going to have to put another one up there.
So the retaining wall is functional.
Yeah.
It's holding back
his
land.
saying hold his property up.
Yeah.
And the cop was like, you want to file in court? Go ahead. But we're not coming out here anymore for this noise complaint. Never happened again. That was it. That was the end of it.
It's more of a civil issue with the property line situation.
Right. But that was his comeback with the music and shit. And then he came over and talked to me over the fence. He's like the guy in Tool Time.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Wilson.
He goes, I don't have any problem with you and the music. It's my wife. And since she's complaining, I have to
do
complain.
something. Or she's going to give me shit and call me an asshole.
Right. I says, it's like, hey, I'm going by the law. I did the same thing I did in Forts.
I have a question for you.
I had the county come out, do decibel readings and everything else. Yeah.
That neighbor in Vista, before things like escalated,
That's Vista, California.
Right. Before things ever like escalated and got ridiculous, like day one or their first complaint.
Oh, the first complaint was when I cut the tree down.
Did they ever come over and like talk to you face to face and see if you could straighten it out as adults?
No.
They never once came and knocked on your door. Hey, would you mind this, that, and the other? Or nothing.
The kind of neighbor is like you. You wave to him when you're both in your driveways. You're next to each other's house.
Or if you're driving by or whatever.
You're not driving by when you're neighbors.
Hey, you are. You pull out your driveway to go to work. So they might see you when you're.
So
in your
there
car.
you are. You wave to them. You pull in. It's like they just ignore you.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that kind of... Hey, you got to figure out, I first moved in there, I cut down this giant tree.
Yeah.
And they're like...
It was on your property, though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Cut it down. It was like 3 foot diameter or 3.5, whatever. It was
You cut it down yourself or you had a company?
Yeah, Joe Company.
You did?
Yeah.
How tall was this thing?
With a 15-inch chainsaw.
How tall was this thing?
Probably 100 feet.
What?
Climbed up there, cut the limbs off.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No.
You decided to cut a 100-foot tree by yourself.
It was an experiment.
What, experimenting flirting with death?
I could have ended up on ridiculous because
You could have ended up in the fucking morgue.
So I pulled my pickup truck and tied the fucking to the like a top line.
Pickup truck ain't doing shit to a 100-foot tree, my guy.
Well, we wanted it to fall a certain way. Once we cut it to certain, with the certain cuts and stuff, which it all came down easy. And he was over the fence and he was livid before the big part of the tree. If that falls on my property, I'm going to sue you. That's my tree. He's like, why is it on my property? And then he's like, that tree shades my house. You know how much money I got to pay for air conditioning now because you cut the tree down? And the tree did shade his whole house. You know, but it's like,
it's yours on your property.
I was like, you know what? I'm cleaning this crap up all the time from the tree. It was one of those shedding tree craps, like the fucking hanging crap. Who knows what it was? It was
like a willow or some weird shit
tree.
A shit tree. I mean, it was 100 feet though.
It was 100 feet of shitty neighbors.
So you climbed all the way up that fucking tree?
No, I had my friends climb up. I wasn't going up that high. Gave them a couple $100. Fuck that. What are you laughing about?
Why didn't you just hire a fucking tree company?
It took a couple days, a couple weekends, cut it down.
Why didn't you just hire a tree company?
Poor.
You gave your buddies money?
Well, you got to remember, back then I was making $2,000 a month. My mortgage payment was $14 plus bills.
Yeah, and plus, you know, living expenses and all that.
I was broke.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the stuff I built my sound room with was I got off the job for free.
By free?
What do you mean by that?
Well, you know, because working for Kaiser Permanente at one time, if they throw out doors, door jams. The only thing I really got for free was doors. That was it. The rest I had to go to Home Depot and got a big truck and had all the shit delivered and stuff. That was a pain in the ass because you're fucking in the front of the house and you got to deliver it all the way to the back of the house, which because the back of the house was a second level.
So these job sites made donations to your sound room.
Yeah, to the sound room where I have to go donate right now. So now you're on live. Let me hear you talk.
Donate. Oh, you're gonna go make a donation to the porcelain gods?
Nah, you know what we're gonna have to do? We're gonna have to make some things up.
What?
Hey, how many of you people, geniuses? This is the Diktators, Diktators.
Nailed it.
Ryan Joe. Anyway, how many of you people out there have invested in Cryptcoin?
Cryptocurrency.
You guys are all geniuses. Make sure you get that one that advertises on the TV where you can get the plan there and just keep giving them money, and then you're never going to see your money.
What plan?
They got this app on TV where you can put like $10 in and get crypto coin pieces.
Oh, I know. You're talking about Acorn, right?
Acorn, something. Yeah, I don't know. Stupid though. It's like, why am I giving you money?
Oh, I don't know if it was what you're talking about is Acorn, but what Acorn is, it's an app. Every time, I think it attaches to your bank account somehow. So every time you make a purchase at a supermarket,
I could put $100 in.
It rounds it up to the next dollar, and then whatever the difference is in between your actual purchase and that next dollar, it automatically takes that and puts that into like savings or another account or something.
How dumb can you be?
It's for dumb people because dumb people don't understand that they need to put a little bit of money aside each month to save, or you know, to be able to have a little bit of.
I'm not dumb, and I understand it.
Have a little bit of capital to invest in something. You know, you can't just spend every single cent that you make every single month.
You know what's going to happen with crypto, don't you?
I'm going to shit my pants.
You're going to be good. It's like
what's going to happen? With
there
crypto?
Goes your 10 grand.
What's going to happen with crypto?
It's a bullshit thing.
How so?
There is no asset in the crypto to begin with.
There's technology.
Technology, my ass.
It's not your ass. Your ass is not technologically advanced.
Why don't you ask Sam?
No, that's a whole scam organization. That's like a Bernie Madoff situation. He's a fucking thief.
Him and Binance is a scam.
He's a thief.
These guys are billionaires.
That was just his vehicle of choice.
Listen,
but he's a fucking thief.
He's a billionaire. And
not anymore.
And decide. It cracks me up because all they're saying on TV is he only stole $1.8 billion.
Only?
And there's over 100 million people who lost money, and they say there's like over 15 billion that disappeared.
I don't know where all the fucking money went.
That's what he said.
He's full of shit.
He's got this little girl with the big glasses on. I bet you she looks good with a bald pussy.
But regardless, why does a scam, why does that automatically make every single thing? Why is one person being a scam artist make everything else?
Well, if you ever watch America, there's a lot of greed.
Yeah, but same shit's happened with stocks.
Right.
Are all stocks a scam?
You got to do your homework.
I understand that there's some fucking shady ones out there. I'm just saying, are 100% of stocks out there
not, it's not the stocks that's shady. It's the people running the stock. That's
the situation with FTX. It's not the cryptocurrency itself.
It's the people running the funds, the mutual funds.
Yeah. It's a freaking fund manager, the hedge fund manager.
It's the CEOs lying to you saying, we're going to have a great quarter. This stock's going to skyrocket. And that's why after my 6 months is up, I'm going to dump every share I got.
I understand there's pump and dumps and there's a lot of shady shit going on. I agree with that. There's a lot of fucked up shit.
That's never going to change.
I understand, but I'm saying
the only thing
people doing that
crypto, the thing about
doesn't make all stocks a scam.
Listen,
this guy with FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, him doing the scam shit doesn't automatically mean all cryptocurrency is a scam.
Okay, he has
he's a scumbag.
Elmeda or some other company in the Bahamas. Okay, that's where he funneled all the money from FTX to. Okay,
he's getting away with it. He got away with it because he scammed people out of $10 billion. He gave $1 billion to the politicians, so fucking nothing happened.
Well, that's why he got arrested before he could go to Congress. That's all about.
Because he paid the motherfuckers off.
He got arrested because the New York and Congress says arrest him today before we go to Congress. We don't want our names mentioned in this. And then they're trying to say, well, the money he donated to us, we gave it to charities. It's like, why don't you give it back to the company?
What a bunch of horse shit.
Right. Another bullshit line.
Yeah, he paid off the politics.
The point I'm making to you,
which is kind of smart to be honest.
The point I'm making to you, it's really simple. Okay, I'm going to buy $100,000 in crypto from FTX. I give him $100,000. Sam Bankman-Fried takes my $100,000.
Right.
He takes my $100,000 and he puts it over there into his own private bank account.
Right.
And so I see my crypto coin go from $100 to $60,000. Can I get my $60,000? We don't have no money to give you today, son. In fact, what they're doing on the crypto is they are regulating how much can be withdrawn a day, a month, or a week right now. It's like if everybody started withdrawing crypto, there'd be like, besides FTX I'm talking about, there's no money. These companies are just taking your money, okay, and it's not invested in nothing. It's just, we're the bank, what's it called? Binance? Yeah. Oh, we're the wallet for the crypto where it comes in for certain companies. Not all, certain ones, I guess. I imagine there's other.
Most of the wallet, I mean, there is freaking so many actual coins out there.
All right, let me ask you.
A lot of the wallets, you could only buy certain coins with in that wallet.
Let me ask you a stupid question.
Or in that exchange.
Let me ask you a stupid question.
Yeah.
All right. I put $10 million into crypto today.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It jumps up to, it's worth $60 million.
Okay.
I want my money.
Yeah.
Where's that other $50 million coming from?
It's the same thing with stocks. It's from the people. It's the same concept. You're
going to say it's from the people selling.
So when you sell it, that person's buying it at a higher rate. So you're pocketing difference. That's where the money's coming from. Is from another buyer.
But the money's not there.
What do you mean the money's not there?
Sam Friedman got it.
No. In that
How
situation,
the fuck are you missing this?
This isn't crypto in general. This is that
specific
situation. No, it's not.
Really?
Yeah, really. It's that specific situation.
Well, you hang on.
It's like
you hang on to your 100 coins.
It's like say you get like
pussy.
Say you get like a
vagina,
a Goldman Sachs trading account. Or you get set up an investment account with Goldman Sachs.
I don't trust those people.
I'm just making an example here. I don't trust them either, but I'm just using it as an example.
Thanks, sir, for example. But go ahead.
Hurry
up, I gotta pee.
Say you set up your money with them. I don't even know where the fuck I was going with this.
You were saying you're telling me how crypto's real.
It is.
There is no money in crypto. There's no. Can I go see a warehouse where crypto is?
You could mine it.
Yeah, for gold. It's not even gold. It's just an alloy of crap.
What?
Yeah. You keep investing in crypto. And then you come crying to me in 20 years saying, I can't believe it.
You sound like one of those old crotchety people. I just don't like a new technology.
I can't believe it. Joe Biden and Nancy Pelosi got my money. They crypto me.
Make sure you get me a beer.
Yeah, see if you can do it without me.
Woo! Don't forget your headphones.
Oh.
This guy's about to fucking rip the whole operation apart in one fell swoop.
Where's the waitress? All right, you know what?
What?
Sacco here is going to take over for me. Talk to the screen.
Fuck Sacco.
You know her girlfriend's name is Psycho.
That's your girlfriend's or ex-girlfriend's name.
Yeah, smile.
What was her pet name for her? Redheaded cunt?
Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear. This guy is like one of those old crotchety ass fucking guys. Anytime something new in the world comes along that they don't fully understand and it hasn't been part of their world when they grew up, they automatically dismiss it and hate it, don't like it, etc., etc. Cryptocurrency comes along. Obviously, it's a newer type of technology, you know, whatnot. It's not something that's been around for a long, long time, and it's not something that he understands. I'm sure there's a lot of other older people that are the same way. I don't even fully 100% understand all the ins and outs and how it exactly works, but I understand like the general concepts of it. So, something new comes along. He doesn't understand it. He doesn't understand how to operate with it, how he could use it to make money or use it to advance his life, make his life better. He doesn't understand how it's put together and what it's backed by. He automatically dismisses it and says it's like fucking fairy dust or some shit. This guy's watching too much fucking Peter Pan or Hook or some crap. He's freaking floating up on some cloud, probably because he smoked some fucking, he huffed some fucking Freon. He told us that story in another episode, by the way. He used to fucking huff on Freon. And we're talking the actual Freon that like HVAC professionals use to recharge systems. So just because he doesn't understand it, he has to dismiss it. Rather than sitting down and learning so he knows what he's talking about, he'd rather just be dismissive.
What's up, Sacco?
And then play with a fucking sock with a hole in it. I wonder what that sock has been through. That sock has seen some shit.
What do you think the hole's for?
I'm surprised it's that big.
It's a big penis.
No, it's not.
Oh, I guess you know.
There's one thing I know in this world.
Yeah, that's penises.
Guys that constantly talk about how big their dick is don't have a big dick.
Yeah, well, I don't worry about talking about my dick.
I talk about it all the time.
I probably got laid more in fucking 3 months in my lifetime than you got laid all your life.
What in your hottest 3 months, your best streak? How many girls did you bang in that 3 months?
I don't count.
Approximately.
You got to remember, I had
You
got to remember
the numbers
You
down.
got to remember, I had very high competition.
What do you mean by that?
My brother Gene. My late.
What do you mean by that?
My late brother Gene.
We're talking about your hottest 3 months that you've ever had. Your best 3 month streak. I would guess that from what you've told me, it was down in Houston.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Except for the one I did in the alley. That was California.
Well, that was just one girl, which that was a wild story. But that was just one hookup, one girl. Did you ever bang that girl again, by the way? Or that one and done?
Oh, I tried. Her boyfriend answered the door.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You told me about that. Yeah, you freaking went and hunted her down. And he answered the door. And he was a big motherfucker.
I was like, yeah, she scheduled me for a haircut. She went back to Michigan.
So how many in your hottest 3 months?
Hottest 3 months. Those had to be good 3 months. 36.
20, 30?
Probably 36.
36 girls in that 3 months?
That would be a good month. There's
Oh, that's in 1 month.
No.
3 months.
That's like 3 months.
So your hottest streak,
3,
you
4
maybe
girls.
got about 12 a month.
Yeah, 3 a week.
So you think that hottest 3 months is more than I've done my whole life?
How the hell? Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had 3 chicks in each week in a row?
What do you mean by that?
That are different chicks? Not the same chick. We're talking completely different vaginas where you're laying down the meat. Obviously not.
Can you ask that question again?
And you got to remember, I am working 40 hours a week doing this on the side.
This is your side gig?
Yeah.
Could you ask the question again?
Well, it's like this. To be honest, probably going out 7 days a week is probably a good reason why.
What was your question again?
I don't even remember the answer.
I didn't give an answer. What was your question?
I didn't have a question. You were asking me how many times I got laid.
You started asking me a question.
I never asked you a question because you don't have an answer.
You did.
All right, let's move back.
You asked me a question.
Let's go back to the crypto.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
What's up, Holmes? Psycho.
What?
Babble.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
So I want to give information to the people that need information.
You don't have any information on crypto. You don't know what it is. You don't even know how it works.
Oh, I know how it works. You get ripped off.
No. Why does one case come along and that automatically means it's all a scam? This is the same shit that people did back in the freaking...
Who, Barry Madoff?
Back during Ponzi's day.
See, he doesn't even know who that is.
Yes, I do know who Bernie Madoff is.
Oh, now he changed his name to Bernie from Barry.
It's Bernie.
Barry.
His name is Bernie.
Barry.
Bernie.
So how long you gonna take up time on this Bernie Barry fucking shit? Tell him, sucker.
Anyway, back in the day, I remember it was probably in the 20s or so when Ponzi himself.
Oh yeah, that was fucking Goldman Sachs and the other guy.
So back in those days, after that shit all popped off, I guarantee there's people like you at that point in time that didn't know shit about stocks or companies or investing that said all of it is a scam. Investing in any company, period, stock market, 100%, all of it is 100% scam based on nothing. I guarantee there's people like you back then.
Oh my God. Oh my. Who the hell are you?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
That too. Rockefeller.
How is that a scam, but the US dollar isn't a scam?
Alrighty, let's move on here.
Oh, so now all of a sudden he's fucking done. All right, you know what? I want to ask you a question.
I want to ask you one. How many girls have you fucked that are addicted to dick?
All of them.
How many?
All of them.
Well, usually the ones that are addicted.
Oh, to define addicted to dick.
Say, hey,
That's a bit of a tongue twister.
You kick her out in the morning.
Yes.
I got to go to work.
Yes.
I can't give you a ride. Okay.
Okay.
You go to work.
Yeah.
You come back home.
Yeah.
And she's sitting on your doorstep. That's addicted to dick. You never had that happen, did you?
I don't think I have, to be honest.
That's what you call it.
I mean, I've had girls like hit me up like, oh, when you get home, let me know. I'll come over again. Like I've had that. Like I've had girls like try to come over like back. I've had that, but not sitting on my doorstep.
Oh, so when they called you back, says, hey,
maybe this is also there's more prevalent before cell phones though.
Oh yeah, there was no cell phones when we were talking here.
But like, maybe cell phones have kind of like made that not happen because girls will just text you during the day or whatever.
Oh yeah, I can see what happened to you. You come home and all of a sudden you hear, Ryan,
please open up.
Ryan, you in there? I'm here.
So how many times has this happened to you?
Which part?
That you kicked a girl out in the morning, you went to work, and you come home at the end of the day, evening, and the same chick is sitting there on your doorstep.
First thing you learn when you're doing this kind of crap is you drive them home and get rid of them.
Oh, so you think they stayed there the whole day?
By your house, probably, not by mine.
Were you talking from experience, or are you just making up some wild bullshit?
Just making up some wild bullshit.
Has that ever happened to you?
Wild bullshit?
You are wild bullshit.
Has what ever happened to me? Where a girl... What, a girl is waiting on my doorstep?
I know what's happened to you.
Diane, every fucking day for 25 years.
I know what happened to you.
Diane to laugh.
Emotional damage.
That's what happened to you.
It was an emotional damage. I could have been very successful.
What happened? Diane.
A
redheaded broad.
A redheaded broad.
Why did it happen? How did you allow it to happen? You know, I know the answer to this, by the way.
She was very sexual and very good on all the sexual courses of sex. It wasn't that she was a professional at doing everything.
Oh,
but
she was a professional,
but she
right?
probably was.
She was a professional. Right?
Is that she do everything and anything.
I know why.
And then what she do is like, the trick was, what's your fantasy? You like,
what's a fantasy?
He's like, wow, I like your girlfriend.
Ludacris did a song.
That's the last time you're going to get laid.
I know why you allowed this to happen.
What happened to my legs?
I know why you allowed this to happen.
Come on, S.A., tell me why. S.A., what's up?
You're a sex addict.
I probably was. You know, they got clubs for that now.
Not clubs. They have like meetings, like AA type of shit. They do.
I'm going to have to try to go to one and see if it's
try to pick up some chicks.
Well, you know, what I'm thinking is like, I don't mind going to be a sex addict, but I'd like to go one that has an age part. You know, like I like to go to the ones that are 20 to 40. You know, I don't want to be going to the 40 to 60.
Gotcha, bitch.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what you're gonna say. You're gonna fucking walk in the room and grab some bitch by the arm.
Hey, when I was in NA, I seen people picking up chicks all the time. I didn't get lucky. There was one time. There's one
hot NA.
Yeah, National Association.
That's not what it stands for, and you know, God.
So there was like 4 of us. We always sit out and talk and shit. Just happened that way, and it's just all of a sudden, like 1 week, this hot chick shows up, and we're all hitting on her. I lost. What are you gonna do?
You lost?
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
I thought you were like fucking.
Well, the guy offered her heroin, so you know, and she was like, "I heard heroin's really great for having sex." And he's like, "Yeah, you wouldn't believe it." And he was a shooter.
Are you telling me a girl that went to NA never did heroin?
She was a heroin addict.
So why would she be saying, "I heard it's good for sex"? She knows goddamn well it's fucking what it's like being high on heroin on sex.
What are you asking me? I ain't a director.
What does the director have to do with the situation?
And then you can make a porno film.
What do you mean by that?
What I'm going to tell you is very secretal.
Have you ever made a secretal? is that a new fucking drug on the market?
Have I ever had a porn film made? No, I don't want to be on porn.
You just did a fucking more dexterous move than I've ever seen you do on a job site because you're going after a beer. I've never seen you move your arm in that direction.
It is simply amazing, isn't it?
And you did it so effortless.
Okay, this is the Diktators.
You did it so effortless.
I'm going to spell it for you.
Spell it for us.
Because I have MS.
I don't think you know what MS is, but okay.
And I have another one, delirium. So it's THE, the DIKTATORS, Ryan Joe. Hey, check us out on YouTube, Twitter, Tweeter. What's the other ones? Instagram. TikTok. Anything else you want to say?
Don't forget to like the damn video, comment, check us out on all those socials. We're not actually on Twitter yet, but we will be. But DM us on Instagram if you want to, like, you know, say how goofy this guy is. That's fine. And check me out on my socials. It's SOUPEDTONUTS, SOUPEDTONUTS. All this stuff will be down in the description of wherever the hell you're watching or listening to this. In the meantime, if you see this guy, give him a little freaking smackaroony.
Anyway, we want to get laid, give me a call. Can't be over 50, though. You got to look good.
There's some hot 60-year-olds. That's a whole other topic.
Yeah, there's probably cobwebs down there.
Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you witnessing my
emotional damage.
Come on, Holmes.
In the meantime,
don't forget, soup to my nuts.
Like the damn video. Stay tuned. And check us out next time.
Don't buy crypto. This idiot's buying it like a dumbass. Stupid. Hey, Holmes, what's your problem? Essay. Typical. Just because you think I'm Mexican, you think I'm somebody else. I see what you're saying. What though? Hey, where's the chicks?